As a Flower Mound resident, I cannot be more excited to tell you about these restaurants at the Riverwalk. And now today, Foodie Friday is at the second newest restaurant, Primo's MX Kitchen. Today, we're gonna go inside, meet Chef Craig Shin, taste his food, and let me show you this beautiful place. Welcome to Primo's and welcome to Foodie Friday DFW. Chef, thank you so much for having us over. Primo's MX Kitchen, affectionately known as Primo's. I mean, golly, this place is beautiful.
Well, thank you guys. We worked really hard on trying to get everything put together and get it open for the community as fast as we could.
Well, you did a good job. I mean, I'll be honest, there's a little history here in Flower Mound about them wanting the restaurants open on the Riverwalk, and now what we've seen so far is 2 amazing restaurants open, so you've set the bar pretty high.
Oh, thank you guys.
Also, before I go any further, I want to tell everyone, Chef Craig here is a former United States Marine with 3 combat tours, and thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
You bet. And I know this isn't like the Marines, but I heard you run a pretty good kitchen.
I try my best to keep everyone on point. We have a very, very good staff here. Everyone shows up to work on time. My kitchen's always prepped before service opens, so I'm only as good as my guys are, actually.
Right, and you have 10 years experience. So after the Marines, you've worked in some pretty nice restaurants in Dallas, and now here as executive chef at Primo's in Flower Mound.
Yes. Yeah, Abacus was one of my biggest restaurants that I worked at. Came down from New York City probably about 7 years ago, so I got to learn a lot of my fundamental skills in New York and then bring that back home to Texas because I'm from this area.
Very good. I'm really glad you gave us kind of a behind-the-scenes tour. Your kitchen was beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
So everything, but you know, Foodie Friday is about the food, and you served us an amazing lunch. Tell us, what did we have for lunch today?
Yeah, so we started off with our Prima Villa queso, which is, you know, one of my favorite quesos in town. We use our house-made guacamole. We do our pico de gallo that we make fresh every single day. We take 3 different cheeses, and one of them is called a Chihuahua cheese that comes from Mexico, and just melt that all down together with a little bit of guajillo pepper and some ancho peppers, and then finish it off with that chili beef that for us is a little bit different because we're making it more like a Texas style chili than like a Mexican style chili beef.
And then you brought out this amazing fish.
Yeah, so my sea bass Veracruz, it's very, very special to the Primo's brand, actually, because we're probably one of the only Tex-Mex places around, Mexican food places around that actually have a sea bass dish. And we just wanted to make it look like as pretty as we possibly could while giving you a higher end quality fish than you'll get at most places. And when people eat it, I mean, we have not had one complaint on that dish.
No, when I cut into it, it was like an orchestra.
It's like a buttery fish.
It was amazing. Yeah, super good. And then those enchiladas rojas, my gosh.
Well, that's also one of my favorite things because we actually smoke the brisket in-house. Like, we don't make a traditional style barbacoa. Like, we put that Texas flair into our brisket and then basically roll it up, make in the corn tortillas that you guys kind of saw me dipping in the liquid to make sure they roll and don't break. And then we have that awesome guajillo sauce on it that one of our chefs in town came up with. So it's like a 16 ingredient sauce, but I mean, it's fresh, it's buttery, it's smooth. Like, there's no grit in the sauce. It's basically like another one of my favorite dishes.
You know, when you work here, it's probably easy to say everything's your favorite.
Yeah.
Right? And your churros, my gosh, tell me about those.
Yeah, so my churros de leche, basically we make the churros and we pipe de leche cream into the middle of it, which is kind of like a caramel cream. Throw them in the fryer, it melts down. We give you like this nice whipped cream that we have, some fresh fruit on top of it, and just drizzle it with a little bit of caramel. And like, the thing is, like, the churros already got that like crispy thing. In the middle of it's just supposed to be like a pillow that just melts in your mouth.
My last question for our talk today would be, if you could tell 10,000 people one thing about Primo's MX Kitchen in Flower Mound, look into the camera, what would you say?
We're really a family and a team that cares, from the way we treat our ingredients, from when they come through the door, from the time that our first customer walks through the door. We just want to make this experience as good for you as it was for us creating it for you guys here in Flower Mound. From us to you, thank you, and we cannot wait to see your faces. And always, please come say hi to Chef Craig.
Chef, thank you so much. That was great, and the food was awesome. Everyone, come down here to Primo's MX Kitchen at the Riverwalk in Flower Mound. Meet Chef Craig, thank him for his service, eat his food, and come on down right away. Thank you for watching Foodie Friday DFW.